Hidden error. Usage of spouse is not recognized. Hidden error. Usage of children is not recognized. John Doe is an American singer, songwriter, actor, poet, guitarist and bass player. Doe co-founded the much-praised LA punk band X, of which he is still an active member. His musical performances and compositions span the rock, country and folk music genres. As an actor, he has dozens of television appearances and several movies to his credit, including the role of Jeff Parker in the television series Roswell. In addition to X, Doe performs with the country folk punk band The Knitters and has released records as a solo artist. In the early 1980s, he performed on 2 albums by the Flesh Eaters. Career. Music. Doe moved to Los Angeles, California, and in 1976 met guitar player Billy Zoom through an ad in the local free weekly paper, The Recycler. As a musician with X, Doe has 2 feature-length concert films, several music videos, and an extended performance and interview sequence in The Decline of Western Civilization. Penelope Spheris's seminal documentary about the early 1980s LA punk scene. Along with co-writer X and Cervenka, Doe composed most of the songs recorded by X. Wild Gift, an album from that band's heyday, was named Record of the Year by Rolling Stone, the Los Angeles Times, and the New York Times. With Dave Alvin, he co-wrote 2 of the songs on the Blasters' 1984 album Hardline, Just Another Sunday, and Little Honey. He also wrote Cyrano de Bergera's Back for the Flesh Eaters LP, A Minute to Pray, A Second to Die. Since 1990, Doe has recorded nearly a dozen albums as a soloist or in collaboration with other artists, and has contributed tracks to motion pictures. In the 1992 movie The Bodyguard, it is Doe's version of I Will Always Love You that plays on the jukebox when Costner's and Houston's characters are dancing. It was released on audio cassette by Warner Brothers in September 1992, but no version is believed to exist on CD. He co-wrote and played on the song Lobotomy with Tyler Willman for the eponymous 1998 debut studio album of the band Calm Down Juanita. Doe took part in Todd Haynes' 2007 movie I'm Not There, recording 2 Bob Dylan covers, Pressing On, and I Dreamed I Saw Street Augustin. Both recordings were included on the film's soundtrack, and the former was prominently featured in the film, with Christian Bale lip-syncing Doe's vocals. Doe recorded the song Unforgiven in 2007 with Amy Mann on A Year in the Wilderness, an album which also featured Kathleen Edwards, Jill Sobule, Dan Auerbach. He then joined with Eddie Vedder on a mix of the song Golden State in 2008. The Meanest Man in the World by Doe was featured in Season 4 of the television series Friday Night Lights and included on the second soundtrack album, Country Club, featuring Canadian indie rock band The Sadies, covered country classics along with original songs. Doe contributed a cover of Peggy Sue Got Married to the 2011 tribute album Rave on Buddy Holly. Doe is working on a solo record that will be coming out in spring 2016. Doe said that it was made in the desert, in Arizona, and that the genre is psychedelic soul. He is also working on a book that will about the punk rock scene from 1977 to 1983 that will be released in the spring of 2016. It will be named after the X record, Under the Big Black Sun, and will incorporate the punk ethos of contributions from other musicians that were part of the scene. People like X and Cervenka, Jack Grisham, Henry Rollins, Mike Watt, Jane Wiedlin and others who wrote chapters. Doe wanted it to be a collective recollection, not just one person's perspective of the time. Acting in the 1989 biographical film Great Balls of Fire, Doe played Jerry Lee Lewis's cousin turned father-in-law J. W. Brown. He starred in the 1992 film Roadside Prophets and in the 1998 short Lone Greases. Other movie acting credits include Roadhouse, Vanishing Point, Salvador, Boogie Nights, The Specials, The Good Girl, Gypsy 83 and Pure Country. Personal life. Doe was born in Decatur, Illinois. He was married to fellow ex-member X and Cervenka between 1980 and 1985. He remarried in 1987, later revealing to Adam Carolla in a podcast in September 2011 that he currently resides in Fairfax, California with his wife Gigi Blair and 3 daughters. Discography. See also: X discography, Knitter's discography, filmography, The Decline of Western Civilization, X, The Unheard Music, Salvador, Slam Dance, Border Radio, Roadhouse, Great Balls of Fire, Liquid Dreams, A Matter of Degrees, Roadside Prophets, Pure Country, Wyatt Earp, Shake, Rattle and Rock, Georgia, Scorpion Spring, Black Circle Boys, Vanishing Point, Touch, Party of 5 1 episode, The Price of Kissing, The Last Time I Committed Suicide, Boogie Nights, Get to the Heart, The Barbara Mandrell Story, Lone Greases, The Pass, Black Cat Run, Odd Man, Drowning on Dry Land, Veronica's Closet 1 episode, Sugar Town, Knocking on Death's Door, The Rage, Carrie 2, Forces of Nature, Wildflowers, Brookdown Palace, Martial Law 1 episode, The Strip 1 episode, The Specials, 1 episode, Gypsy 83, John Good's Wife, Employee of the Month, The Good Girl, Bug, Roswell 18 episodes, Fast Lane 1 episode, Red Zone, Wuthering Heights, Peacemakers 1 episode, Law and Order 1 episode, Carnival 2 episodes, Talk, Tom 51, We Jam Econo, Lucky 13, X, Live in Los Angeles, CSI, Miami 1 episode, The Darwin Awards, Jarman 1 episode, 10-Inch Hero, The Sandpiper, Man-Made, Absent Father, One Tree Hill, Wizards of Waverly Place 1 episode, Pleased to Meet Me,